Hey everybody, I thought I'd come back out after a little grocery trip today. I did a little meat run today and I got some meat. I spent about $160 plus today. I'm going to show you what I got. It's ridiculous out there. But yeah, I got some whole chickens here, and this one here is $13. They were $13 for each one. And that's like um, a, a 1.87 kilos. And then the other one here, it's $13 again, and it's 1.824 kilos. Then I get these ones here, these things, they're for my dog. One of them here is $30.71 for 3.118 kilos, and the other one is $30.48 for 3.094 kilos. I also got this here, the as well. They're pork tenderloins. They're a lot smaller than the other ones I get from my dog. And it is that one there. You get two pork tenderloins, and that one is like $16.23 dollars for 1.056 kilos. Then I also get these two packages here for $20, and they come to both packages come to that would be 1.7 something kilos, but each one is like $12 for an individual pack, and one of them's like 0.0924 kilos, and the other one is 0.818 kilos. And the other one I get is these things, and they're pork loin, center cut, and rib chop, boneless fry fast, and it's like $11.48 for 0.872 kilos. And I get these other ones here, and one of them's like 6.49 cents for 0.592 kilos. I've got another package of it, and it's $7.37 for 0.672 kilos. And then I get this big family pack of chicken thighs, and it's $14.11 for 1.844 kilos. Now I usually, with these whole chickens, I'll just throw them into my freezer, and these, just the way they're packaged, and these big pork loins, what I will do is put them into my freezer as is, and then I'll bake it put it in the oven and bake it at 350 for like 3 hours, and then I'll cut it up and put them into Tupperware containers, just like this one. I've got 5 of these, and it'll make like a breakfast and dinner for my dog. I do add dry dog food to it as well too. for him. Plus, which I've got down in here, and that's full with his dish and dry dog food. Which I also give him this stuff here, and that's gone up in price. It's just glucosamine for him because he is a bigger dog and he has hip dysplasia and a bad knee. The hip dysplasia is from we found out when he had his knee injury, he had hip dysplasia from incest through his in his bloodline. Because when they pulled the X-rays on him for his knee, they could tell in his hamstrings something just wasn't right, and it turned out to be hip dysplasia. And so then that's okay. He's been a real good dog. He has one of his feet turned out a little bit, but that's okay. He's been a real good dog. He's been a great guard dog for me. He has a few coyotes to his name. And now he's 7.5 years old, and he's taken out about 4 coyotes. 2 of them were on an individual basis, and 2 of them were the other 2 were a 2-on-1, but he did have my help there a little bit. So yeah, I got a pellet gun back then, and I had to use it because I do bring home some livestock that I have slaughtered on farms before, and that's how we got the coyotes. The blood must have dripped into the ground, and the coyotes could have smelt it, I guess. I don't know. So that night with the 2-on-1 with him, there was actually 3 coyotes. He got the first one, which and they got outside, and that's where he twisted his knee, but still had enough to take out the second one, because I got the second one with the pellet gun, and I quickly reloaded the pellet gun and fired it off at the third one, and I went at that one, the second one that I got with the pellet gun. But that's okay. And he's also got a couple of coons and some porcupines and some skunks, and he even got a turkey vulture. So he's been a great guard dog for me, and he's like 7.5 years. I've had him since a month and a half old. So that's why I give him that meat, because I do cook it before I give it to him, because I tend to spoil him a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah. So back to what I was going on about here with this food, because it is actually the grocery run for the meat and how I deal with it. So like I said, I got the whole chickens. I put them in the freezer. That big pork loin there, they go in the freezer, and I showed you how I'll cook it up and put it in those Tupperwares. And then what I also do with this one here is I'll open up the bag and separate it, and this other stuff in the trays I will put it as Ziploc bags. And when so I'll be right back after I get all this stuff repackaged to show you how I repackage it all. All right, we're back. And look who decided to join me. He knows what meat's all about. So yeah, he's always usually around when I've got meat going on here. Yeah. So I've got everything divided up into Ziploc bags. A helpful tip: when I cut open this bag here. I cut it at the seam, and now I've washed it out, and I can reuse this bag for vacuum sealing. I can also do that with these big pork loin bags and these chicken bags here too. Now these chickens go into the freezer just like that. These pork loins go into the freezer just like that. I put one pork loin to a Ziploc bag, so that gave me two. Normally I'll cut that up in half for me and my dog. He'll get half and I'll get half. I got 4 Ziploc bags with 2 of the chicken breasts, and I only got 3 chicken tenders off of them. Now with the boneless chicken breasts, I used to get 5 per package. Now it's 4, and I would usually get out of a pack of 4 or 5, I would get maybe 4 or 5 tendons, right? It talk about deflation with that. So that whole bag of tendons, I got 8 boneless breasts, and I only got 3. I would have gotten at least 6 to 8 tendons, but that's okay, because when I go to do a meat run again and I buy those packages of boneless breasts again, I'll just add the tendons into that one, and until I get enough in that Ziploc bag to make like a something with it. The other ones, the other pork things I cut, the thicker ones, I made 2 Ziploc bags of 2 for myself, and then I made another one, another 4 with one of those fast fry pork cuts that I normally get, and they're for my dog. And those fast fry pork cuts, I put 2 to a bag. And I got 4 of them because there's only 12 in them. So that means I've got like 4 to myself, and then I gave 4 times 2, and then I put the other 4 with the other thicker cuts. And then the chicken thighs, I put 3 in there for my dog. So yeah. Now I'll just go put this into my freezer and mix everything up with and rotate everything from the bottom of my freezer to underneath this. And yeah. So I hope you found some of this useful. So yeah. And I'll be back at another point in time.